السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله.
إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. أما بعد، قال الله في القرآن بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم: يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. O you have believed, have taqwa of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala according to His maqam, according to His greatness, the all-knowing, all-wise, all-powerful, all-just, Allah Jal Jalaluh. And die not except in a state of submission, in a state of utter submission. What is submission? Our ideas, our laws, our systems, submit to none other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has revealed a very simple, very short surah. Wallahi, if everybody here, I'm pretty sure most of us recite this surah on a daily basis. We recite this surah on a daily basis. And it's the second shortest surah in the Quran. And I'll make this claim. If everyone in this ummah understands what this surah really stands for, we would not be in this situation. We will not have our daughters dying out of fear of being bombed and slaughtered. We wouldn't have our sisters fearing that people are going to be pulling off their hijab. But the calamity is, unfortunately, that many of us do not understand what it really means. Many of us, we recite it, and we're swearing by time, and subhanAllah, when we live our lives, it doesn't reflect that. So inshallah, my goal today is to explain Surah Al-Asr. What does it really mean? Subhanallah. Imam al-Shafi'i, rahmatullahi alayhi, said, if this was the only surah that was revealed, this would have been sufficient for the Muslims. It would have been sufficient. It's a small surah that lays down our responsibility, our iman, Like, how are we supposed to live together as humanity? Based on the guidance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Starts by saying, wal asr. Allah is swearing by time. He's swearing by time because everybody has finite time. Yes? You've probably seen, like, before you knew it, the hours go by, the days go by, the weeks go by, months and years. You spend last 5, 10, 15 years. And many of us are making that, I'm going to focus on that when I'm like 20. I'm going to focus on that. I'm going to get back into the deen of Allah. I'm going to be focused, learn more about the deen, work for Islam, volunteer when I'm 30. And right now I'm busy because I'm in school. I have university. So once I'm school, university, inshallah, I'll get back into it. And then once you finish university, you get married. You know what? Let me just get past the honeymoon phase. I'll get back into it. Then then you have a child. You know what? Let me just let the child grow up to be like 5, 10-year-old. Then let me get back into it. And then before you know it, you're 30, 40. The time rolls by. It rolls by. It rolls by. Well, I don't even remember, like, from last Friday to this Friday. It is so quick. SubhanAllah. And like, when you think about it, we already knew this. There's not much barakah. Well, where's the barakah? Think about it for a second. What have we done in the last 168 hours, last 7 days for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? How did we move our community further? How did we move our family further? How many good deeds I've done? How did I put my ummah in a position to be strong again? Think about it. Last 7 days. We'll think about the last month. Last year. Wallahi, where's the barakah? Where's the barakah? Wallahi, I'm asking myself. SubhanAllah. So Allah subhanahu says, Allah is swearing by time. Everybody here knows the importance. Wallahi, it is. He says, وَالْعَصْرِ إِنَّ الْإِنسَانَ لَفِي خُسْرٍ. Allah is swearing by time that indeed the human being, insan, is lost. Is drowning in loss. And look at it. This is the default state. This is not the exception. This is the default state. Think about that. This is the default state. Majority of humanity, even today, think about it. Let's assume that all Muslims, that's 1 out of 4, they're going to survive. That means 3 out of 4 people are bound toward Jahannam. Are bound toward Jahannam. That's a scary thought. And everybody here knows, even the 2 billion Muslims, not everybody's going to Jannah. Not everybody's going to Jannah. May Allah make us one of those that are going to Jannah. Amin ya Rab. Amin ya Rab. Now the question is, how do we get there? So Allah will give you the one most comprehensive ayah in the Quran that explains it all. It says, إِلَّا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ. It speaks about, number 1, you must have Iman. And today I'm not going to go to the technical. I want to give you 3 aspects of Iman that every person should have. Number 1, Iman here is to build that real connection with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Well, what does that connection look like? We know in the dunya we're here for a short time. We're here for a short time. However, when we connect with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we go from the narrowness of the dunya to the vastness of eternal. SubhanAllah. We go from the limitness of human being. The limitness. We can't jump, we can't fly, we can't do this. But then we are connected to the all-powerful, almighty, absolute Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Look at that strength a person feels. You're connected to Allah. How can you feel weak? How can you feel powerless? There's a power of Iman. SubhanAllah. Secondly, First is connection to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So a person feels assured power, limitless, and freedom. Secondly is servitude. You have a servitude only to Allah Jal Jalalu. You don't bow down to any false god. You don't bow down to your desires. You bow down to who? Only one and only one, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He's your creator. This means you having iman in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That your servitude is only and only, comprehensively, completely, absolutely, unequivocally is for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is iman. Why? This servitude to Allah is protecting you from a servitude to anything else in humanity. To the false creation, the creation of Allah, to your desires. There's only one servitude. I only care about one thing. I only care about one entity. What does my Lord wants from me? And by doing this, you're replacing the injustices. You're replacing the corruption with the values and the system and the laws and the ethics from one and only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If we say, La ilaha illallah, is this how we understand iman? Or we just say, oh, you know what, I believe in Allah. Everybody has that, the statement is coming from the throat. It's a sound bite. It's a sound bite. Did they really have that depth of iman in your heart? If you don't have the right real iman, we're not saved. First condition is to have iman. What does that look like? If entire humanity makes something haram, well, Allah has made it halal, what do you listen to? Imagine you're the only one person versus the 8 billion. They're making alcohol haram, halal for you. But no, Allah has made it haram. Who is right? Is it Allah or is it the 8 billion people? If today in society, everybody, if they made zina and all pornography, all is halal for society, but Allah has made it haram, who's right? This is what servitude to Allah means. If today, within the societies, they say it's barbaric. It's barbaric to have the cutting the hands. Bro, what are you doing? Why would you cut the hands of people in this deal? Everybody here knows they would appreciate that today, yeah? Because look at the car stealings. Look what's happening in Canada. Look what's happening in the States. Rampant stealing. They can't control it. I'm pretty sure the guy who's having their car stolen, I know this auntie is she bought a brand new pickup truck, $85,000. 3 weeks later, is getting, they had a tracker in there. Is being stolen, and they call the cops. The cops come, and they're like, hey, I see that car, by the way, on her interior. She was in Stony Creek. I can see that car there. Can you help me out? Can you call another cop? If you don't want to help me, let me go chase the car down. Guess what the cop said? It's better for you to stay safe. Don't worry, don't go. And guess what the cops did? Nothing. They did nothing. Absolutely nothing. And one of the advice of the cops was, if you fear for your life, is to leave the keys outside. Might as well leave the car open, keys outside running, so it's easier. What kind of society we're living in? Finally, what does it mean to have iman? Iman gives you clarity. It gives you purpose. It removes the fog and smoke from your life. I know what to do. وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ الَّذِي خَلَقَ الْمَوْتَ وَالْحَيَاةَ لِيَبْلُوَكُمْ وَأَيُّكُمْ أَحْسَنُ عَمَلًا. You have clarity as why I'm here. Allah gives you mission. هُوَ الَّذِي أَرْسَلَ رَسُولَهُ بِالْهُدَى وَالدِّينِ الْحَقِّ لِيُظْهِرَ عَلَى الدِّينِ كُلِّهِ. Allah gave you a purpose. Allah gave you a mission. Allah told you why you're here. There's no confusion. Confusion creates anxiety. You're subhanallah. Allah gives you clarity. If anyone's interested, genuinely interested, this deen is as clear as sun in the middle of the day. Uqsam billah. But who's interested? That one have real iman. Subhanallah. The three things I spoke about. One is a connection with Allah. Two is a servitude to Allah. And number three is clarity in purpose. إِلَّا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ. So what happens? When the iman enters the heart, when the iman enters the heart, what is the outcome? It gives you energy. It gives you motion. It gives you the enthusiasm, the attitude to do good deeds. What kind of iman is it when you don't want to do any good deeds? Brother, I'm too busy to serve Allah. I'm busy, man. Well, what kind of iman is that? That's phony. That's a phony iman. Because the result and the fruit of iman is a good work. The righteous deeds. Think about it this way. Imagine a flower that doesn't give good fragrance. The way you can't have a flower and a rose that doesn't give fragrance, you cannot have iman that doesn't do good deeds. Wallahi. So you as a person, we need to become productive, creative, dynamic in serving Allah's deen. And this is the opposite of the stinginess, the narrowness, the negativity. This is not iman. This is not iman. So, subhanallah, when Allah says "Amil salihat," is comprehensive, includes every single good deed in the world. Yeah? Most people say, no, let's just stop here. The ayah, this is sufficient. You have iman, you done good deeds, khalas. Wallahi, I'll say, this is the calamity that we have today. It's very individually focused. Even if you really understood it, it won't be. It's very individually focused. Today, what's the issue? Everybody, mashallah, like I expect everyone that's here, they pray 5 times, do dhikr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala whenever they can, they fast the month of Ramadan, they give zakah, mashallah, they will, it's all good. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He chose 2 actions from the good deeds to emphasize them. Why? Why? There's a good chance that people may miss it out. And I'll give you a very quick ayah in Surah Al-Ma'idah. Allah says, يَا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا عَلَيْكُمْ أَنفُسِكُمْ. It's ayah 105. When the companions understood this ayah, when they heard this ayah, they thought that they don't have to worry about anybody else. I just need to focus on myself. I don't have to worry about the bad deeds within society. The companions of the Rasulullah who were with the Messenger sallallahu, and they had the best coach, the best teacher, the best human being, and there was confusion. Subhanallah. Imagine us today. We live in a society, we're deep into individualistic society. It's all about me, all about my desires. What do they talk about? Myself, me, my desires. Today unfortunately, you see some youth out there, they like to be in dark rooms watching their cell phone for hours. You bring 5 kids together, each one of them is on their cell phone individually. We live in a very hyper-individualized society. If they had a misunderstanding, what about us? Abu Bakr, radiyallahu anhu, what did he say? He stood up on the minbar. He said, there's a misunderstanding. The Rasulullah, you know what? He enjoined righteousness and forbid evil. And he commanded us to enjoin righteousness and forbid evil. He said, lest the people have a misunderstanding, he came up and corrected them. Subhanallah. And Allah says in the Quran, how do we know we're the best nation? It says, كُنْتُمْ خَيْرَ أُمَّةٍ أُخْرَجَتْ لِلنَّاسِ. With 3 things. تَأْمُرُونَ بِالْمَعْرُوفِ وَتَنْهَوْنَ عَنِ الْمُنْكَرِ وَتُؤْمِنُونَ بِاللَّهِ. So if you want to be a best nation, there's conditional. You can't be a good nation if you don't enjoin humanity to righteousness. If you don't enjoin humanity to forbid them from evil. Well, it's not about you. Islam is a deen for society. It's for the world. For that reason, Allah basically highlights and emphasizes وَتَوَاصَوْا بِالْحَقِّ and وَتَوَاصَوْا بِالصَّبْرِ. What is haqq? It's the deen of Allah. Your job as a person is to ensure you are living by Allah's deen and the humanity is living by Allah's deen. Is that happening today? By the way, these are 4 conditions for you to go to Jannah and to protect yourself from Jahannam. Some people think, no, I don't really need to do this because I just want to focus on myself and my iman. Yeah? That happen. How often does that happen? The deen is not understood the way I want to understand. The deen is understood how Allah wants you to understand. And that's what I said, if you understood this surah, the second shortest surah, our ummah would be in a different position. How does it look like? Enjoining righteousness is a communal effort. You're working together, it's coordinated, there's teamwork, there is a community, there's a jama'ah. It's not by yourself. Think about it. This cell phone in my hand, it was not built by one person. Yes? This building here is not built by one person. Whatever they're doing outside, they got multiple people working on it. But for some reason, we believe that we as individuals, we're just going to make it happen. Things are just going to work out. It's a very spiritual, individualistic understanding that doesn't yield to results. That doesn't yield, and that's why we're here. And that's why we have our mothers are crying, our daughters are crying, our sons and our brothers are being killed. Because we're still caught up in the thought, oh, you know what, I can work by myself and everything will be okay. No! That's what Allah is telling you. وَتَوَاصَوْا بِالْحَقِّ. What are the obstacles? What happened when you enjoin righteousness? What happened when you call people out? What happened when you're trying to change the society? What happens? There's pushback. I don't want you. I don't want you in my life. No. Let me drink my alcohol. Let me do what I want to do. Let me rule the world I want to rule. They don't want you to coming, and they don't want you to coming and telling them what to do. So what happens naturally when you enjoin right? There are obstacles. Obstacles are the tyrants. The obstacles are our desires. The obstacles are the love of dunya. The obstacles are people have their biases. The obstacles are many. How do you overcome? There are external forces. There's a shaitan working against you. Hey, these guys are getting too good. They're working together. Let me break them up. Let me divide them up. Let me conquer them. And then Allah said, وَتَوَاصُوا بِالْحَقِّ وَتَوَاصُوا بِالصَّبْرِ. For this task that's going to get pushback, they'll have resistance, you must have perseverance. Perseverance to carry out the hardest tasks. Perseverance to ensure that you're able to go through the slow process of reform and change. Perseverance of ensuring there is brotherhood and you're encouraging one another. It's very easy to give. If you're an individual, you'll get eaten by a wolf. But that's why you need the community. That's why you need each other. That's why you need a communal effort. So you keep going. You keep going. What do the tyrants want? That you give up. That you slow down. What do the smart people who have iman and they understand the deen? They didn't know, bro, don't be weakened, man. It's okay. It's okay. I know you're hurt today. But keep going. Keep going. Keep going. And look at the life of the Rasulullah. Look how many challenges he had. He could have given up after 3 years, after 5 years, after 7 years, 10 years. Look at the challenges for the first 18 years of his life. You can say until the Battle of Ahzab. Challenges after challenges after challenges after challenges. They had to enjoin وَتَوَاصَوْا بِالْحَقِّ وَتَوَاصَوْا بِالصَّبْرِ. And everybody here knows that no companion would leave each other except they will recite the surah. Wallahi, I want our Ummah to win. I want us to win. I want the guidance of Allah to be the measuring stick for humanity. But this will not happen by chance. This will not happen by us giving 5% of our life to it. This will not help us change the Waterdown community or even Hamilton community or in Canada until we dedicate ourselves and we work together and we support each other despite our differences. So my plea as a member of the community, as a member of this Ummah, is to take this warning seriously, because these 4 things are required for us to go to Jannah. So we can become a strong, coordinated, organized people. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم لسائر المسلمين فاستغفروه إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. بسم الله الحمد لله الصلاة والسلام على رسول الله أهله وصحبه ومن والاه. Subhanallah, there's 3 lines. They summarize our deen in such a beautiful, comprehensive manner. And that is the beauty of the Quran. That is the beauty of the Arabic language. Subhanallah. So, it's 201. It's very simple. I'll give you, inshallah, really one thing to take home. Perhaps maybe you have other takeaways. That we as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is emphasizing teamwork. Allah is emphasizing collective work. And even when you think about the people, the organizations, people in power, they're working collectively, but they're working collectively to put you down and to keep you down and keep me down and keep this ummah down. They will love discussions about issues that they have no significance. You're talking about the ruling of Allah, different madahib, different schools of aqidah, different this and different that. When you look at the messengers, historically, the messengers never really spoke about these issues. The messengers were focused on the real issues. What are the real issues? That we, as an ummah, are under subjugation. And we as an ummah are under corrupt leadership. We as an ummah are not working together. And we as an ummah are not enjoining righteousness and forbidding evil. And we are not ummah holding our leaders and our imams, our ulama to a high standard. We as an ummah today, we're not holding our community leaders to a high standard. We as an ummah, we're not holding our families to a high standard. We're not holding our spouses to a high standard. When you drop the ball, the entire boat, ship sinks with it. Right now, we're sinking. We're drowning. And we need to get ourselves up. And we will get ourselves up. Inshallah. We will get ourselves up. How? By following this simple surah. So one action item is to gain understanding of the deen. Gain understanding. Subhanallah, one of the things that Shaykh Hussain is doing, inshallah, every Tuesday, come to the Tuesday halaqah after Maghrib. You catch your Maghrib, you catch your Isha, everyone should be there. It's a community event. Everyone should be there. Subhanallah. And then you have any ideas, you bring them forward so we can put them to work, inshallah. May Allah bless you all, reward you. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us a united ummah on the haqq of la ilaha illallah. And may Allah make us strong communities in the West. Amen, Ya Rab. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive our sins, pardon our mistakes. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gather us with the Siddiqeen in the dunya and gather us with the Rusul and Siddiqeen in Akhirah. Amen, Ya Rab. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make our progenies upon the haqq of la ilaha illallah. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala elevate our status in the dunya and Akhirah. Ameen Ya Rab, Ameen Ya Rab. Ibadallah, inna Allah ya'muru bil-'adli wal-ihsana wa ita'i dhil qurba. وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون. أقم الصلاة.
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمد رسول الله أشهد أن محمد رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح قد قام الصلاة قد قام الصلاة الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله.
So straight line, shoulder to shoulder. Allahu Akbar. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. والعصر إن الإنسان لفي خسر إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. استغفر الله.